I'm here to demonstrate some general strengthening exercises for a grade 2 inversion ankle sprain. Before an athlete can begin the general strengthening phase, they must have successfully progressed through the immediate care and range of motion phases. Once tolerable or pain-free range of motion is achieved and the athlete is able to weight bear with minimal pain, they are ready for the general strengthening phase. In this video, I will teach the athlete 5 different exercises that will strengthen their ankle in all ranges of motion, including dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, eversion, and inversion. Let's do it.
The athlete will begin with the isometric contractions. She will use her non-affected limb, in this case her left foot, to add resistance to her right foot. Starting with inversion, she will press her right foot inside her left foot for 2 sets of 10 repetitions, holding each contraction for 5 to 10 seconds. She will then work on eversion by resisting her right foot away from her midline, holding each contraction for 5 to 10 seconds, doing 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Next, she will work on plantar flexion. She will resist her foot in a downward motion, holding each contraction for 5 to 10 seconds, doing 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Lastly, she will work on dorsiflexion, where she will resist her right foot in an upward motion, holding each contraction for 5 to 10 seconds, doing 2 sets of 10 repetitions. For the next exercise, I will help the athlete by adding manual resistance through all the ranges of motion of the ankle. It is important to not apply too much resistance to where the athlete cannot go through the full range of motion. Begin with light resistance, then increase intensity as the ankle gets stronger. The athlete will perform 2 sets of 5 to 10 repetitions in each range of motion. The athlete can then progress from manual resistance to using TheraBands with the same goal in mind of adding resistance through each range of motion. Here I am holding the TheraBand for the athlete, but they can also hold the band themselves to have more control over the resistance. They should perform 2 sets of 20 repetitions in each range of motion. As ankle strength increases, the athlete can progress through different thickness of bands, which increases the resistance. For the third exercise, the athlete will perform seated heel and toe raises. This exercise will focus only on strengthening 2 ranges of motion, dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. Seated heel and toe raises should only be done if the athlete is not fully comfortable weight bearing, otherwise they can progress to standing heel raises. The athlete should perform 2 sets of 20 repetitions in each range of motion. As ankle strength increases, the athlete can then progress to standing heel and toe raises. This exercise uses the athlete's body weight as resistance. Once the athlete can perform this exercise with ease, they can then progress to single leg heel and toe raises. The athlete should perform 2 sets of 20 repetitions in each range of motion. The fourth exercise will focus on strengthening the other 2 ranges of motion, eversion and inversion. An ankle weight is placed on one end of the plastic sheet and the athlete is then instructed to bring the weight towards them. The heel must stay in contact with the ground while only the top of the foot is in contact with the plastic. To work on eversion, the athlete will bring the weight towards her, then the weight is placed on the opposite side so she can work on inversion. The athlete should perform 2 sets of 20 repetitions and increase the ankle weight as strength increases. Since the athlete's injury was an inversion sprain, they will lack strength in this range of motion the most. While it is important to focus on strengthening the ankle in all ranges of motion, finding exercises which emphasize ankle inversion will be beneficial to their overall rehabilitation. The last exercise focuses more on increasing stability of the ankle rather than range of motion. This exercise could also fall into the balance and proprioception phase of the program, but also serves as a good strengthening exercise. The athlete can shift their body in different directions to increase the intensity of the stance. The athlete should perform 2 sets of 5 repetitions, holding each stance for 30 seconds.
Alright, so once the athlete completes the general strengthening phase of the program and has reached 80 to 90% of their strength, they're ready for the next phase. It's important to remember that you must progress the athlete accordingly to the tolerance of the exercise. Thanks for watching, everyone.